Amazon accepting Bitcoin by the end of October. Hi, I'm Prajwal from Indie Crypto. There has been some fake news saying Amazon will be accepting Bitcoin by the end of November. Now I've made a more detailed video about this and analyzing why Amazon will not be accepting Bitcoin anytime soon. I'll leave the link for the video in the description below. I'll also put it up here so that you can check out that video. Moving on to more news on regulations around Bitcoin. There are news that Ukraine and Indonesia have voted against Bitcoin as a currency. The Ukraine financial officials said that since Bitcoin doesn't have a central issuer, they cannot recognize this cryptocurrency as a payment. And that's the whole point of Bitcoin. It's being decentralized, and that itself makes it a currency that's very highly valuable and very hard to manipulate. But it clearly says the central banks played an important role in both Indonesia and Ukraine for not recognizing Bitcoin. Now that doesn't come as a surprise, right? We had some banker a few weeks ago saying bad things about Bitcoin. Now there are again a few bankers coming out saying bad things about Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin, they do know that Bitcoin is a direct competition for banks, because that takes control out of the banks and puts the control into people's hand, which the banks don't want, because they want to be in power all the time. And if power is not there, then there are a lot of things that these banks can't do, and there's a lot of money in stake as well. So I'm not surprised that the banks have come out and voted against Bitcoin. That actually means it's a good news. On another news, apartments in Turkey are being sold and the payment method is Bitcoin. And that's some good news. And Turkey was not the first country to start accepting Bitcoin in the real estate segment. Earlier there were news that even in Dubai there were a lot of apartments and luxury apartments that were sold for Bitcoin. So I do see that a few countries are definitely attracting a lot of investors from worldwide just because they're accepting Bitcoin. That puts them in the spotlight, and they're able to get a lot of advertising, a lot of attention from the global media and from the global investors as well. And speaking about more real estate news in regards to Bitcoin, there was a real estate deal that was closed in Texas with Bitcoin, and the real estate broker said in all his 33 years of experience, this was the smoothest transaction ever, where Bitcoin was converted to US dollars and the property was bought and the deal was closed. So that's actually good news, because a lot of real estate firms are started noticing Bitcoin as a potential payment, and with the ease of which the payments are made, that's actually a very good thing. And moving on, in the last 6 months there have been a large growth of cryptocurrency jobs worldwide. That could be mainly because of the prices and the market caps that the cryptocurrency market is touching, and you can also correlate that with the number of ICOs that are coming in every day. And everybody wants to get into the ICO space, and how do they do that? They need to set up a team, and that's how the cryptocurrency job openings are coming up. And not only that, off late there have been a lot of big firms also looking into use blockchain technology into their own systems. So that also has created a lot of job openings. That's actually a good trend. So that means people who are interested in cryptocurrencies, they can upgrade their skills and get into a job and do something that they love, and something that they preach. And moving on to the coin market cap, the price of the cryptocurrencies were in green for most of the day today, and I'm surprised in the last few hours the prices have dropped and they've gone to red. Not a significant dip, but yes, I think the markets are stabilizing, and I'm definitely interested to see how the markets are going to perform this week. And it depends on the news. If there are no fake news or fake rumors or bad news surrounding cryptocurrencies, I think the markets are going to perform well. But if there are some more news like China and other fake news is coming out, then that might affect the price of the cryptocurrencies. Now, if you look at the top contributors or top gainers from the cryptocurrency market, there are few, and one of them is Bytom. Now, I did wanted to check what Bytom is. It's basically a Chinese-based ICO, and the first page in the website says they have some notice being issued from the Chinese government, and that's obvious because that's how China is cracking ICOs. And I wanted to look into the white paper, but the white paper was in Chinese, so it was a little difficult for me to understand them. But all said, I did go through a few things about Bytom, and it looks to be a smart contract blockchain where they say that mining Bytom or the proof of work concept of Bytom is very user friendly and unlike Bitcoin or Ethereum, and they want to create smart contracts for all kind of warrants, dividends, bonds, information, and other stuff. And I did look into the markets of Bytom, and I see for some reason the exchange in New Zealand has the highest volume in the last 24 hours for almost more than 54%, and that's a little surprising because I'm not sure if this is all the Chinese investors or Chinese firms who are moving down and setting up base in New Zealand, and that's causing this price surge. And also the second exchange I checked was also a Chinese exchange. So yeah, but yeah, expecting a Chinese exchange with a Chinese based blockchain having good volumes is normal, but the exchange in New Zealand having such volumes, well, that's a little surprising. Now the second highest gainer is Mcap, and I did look into the Mgap website as well, but this graphs is really crazy because I've never seen such spikes in any of the cryptocurrencies. But yeah, the spikes is a little crazy. But these are basically Mgap are like the mutual funds of cryptocurrencies, where they analyze all the tokens of the altcoins and help you in understanding which altcoin is more profitable for mining and which ICOs or which tokens are profitable for investing. Now that's a really exciting concept. So they're basically giving out financial advice on investing in cryptocurrencies, and they have their own tokens for that. So if you look into the market, CSEX has done most of the volumes, almost 98% of the volumes. But I did check the socials and websites, but I was not able to find any news surrounding this particular Mgap, and I'm not sure why it's pumping so much. And the third one was ChainLink. Again, it's a smart contract, and they basically want to link the smart contracts and make it easy for outside firms like banks or payment gateways and other firms to understand the blockchain in simple terms. And they want to basically do this with the use of APIs. So it's basically like a middleman plays a role in between the blockchain and the firms that want to understand or want to analyze the data from the blockchain, and it helps making the language of the blockchain easier to the firms, and also the language or the machine language or the digital language of whatever software these firms are using, and make it more adaptable with the blockchain. So I did check the market here as well. 91% of the volumes is done by Ether Delta. This is again a Chinese exchange. Now I do see a lot of activity around the Chinese exchanges happening. I'm not sure what that is. This could be because of the crackdown of cryptocurrencies in China. People might be shifting from the main cryptocurrencies into more altcoins that are not in the public eye at the moment. So I think that's how they want to save their wealth or save their assets from whatever crackdown is happening right now in China. Coming to the prices in India, it's almost the same. The prices are stabilized. I do see a little price surge in Ethereum, and a lot of volumes being traded on CoinEx specifically when I checked. This could be due to the update of Ethereum Byzantium, which is around the corner, which is supposed to go live on October 17th. Now I think a lot of people are looking out to buy Ethereum right now as much as possible, because the Byzantium is a very important update which is set to increase the privacy and the transaction time on the Ethereum blockchain, and it also makes mining Ethereum difficult. So I think because of this update, I do see a lot of people trading Ethereum a lot, making the price surge. So that's the market update on the cryptocurrency today. I think this was quite a big one, but hopefully you liked it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up by clicking on the like button below this video. And if you're somebody who likes cryptocurrencies and would like to get more information on it, you should subscribe to this channel. So thank you guys, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you very soon in the next one.